Welcome to The Fallout Zone, a place where we explore tales of just desserts based on true stories. From office backstabs and broken relationship trusts, we have what you'd like. Sit and enjoy today's tale from Johnny the Champ West, once the backbone of the Southern wrestling circuit, now the granddad who remembers when justice rang louder than the bell.
They still chant my name at the county fairgrounds. Old-timers mostly. Men who remember when a cheap ticket got you sweat in the first row and maybe a chipped tooth if the action spilled over the rail. I'm Johnny the Champ West, in 22 states, though these days the only belt I carry is leather and keeps my back brace where it belongs. But every legend has a villain who tried to carve their own name into somebody else's legacy. Mine was Willie B. Fabulous. Willie strutted into our territory wearing a pink boa and sprayed cologne like crop dust. He called himself the Superstar, borrowed Ric Flair's strut and mixed it with Randy Savage volume. The kids loved the glitter, the vets smelled a shortcut. We were right. Merch tables are sacred, 8x10s, Polaroids with fans, maybe a bootlace if you're hardcore. It's pocket money we depend on between paydays. One night in Tallahassee, a roadie pulls me aside. "Hey, champ, didn't know you worked double." I wasn't on the card, yet there were my photos, signed in a shaky imitation of my hand, flying off Willie's table at $5 a pop. That violated the code. So next Friday in Macon, I cornered him by the lockers. "Sell your own face, kid." He winked, said fans only buy legends and business is business. I told him fair business cuts the legend in. He laughed, big, theatrical, like he'd already pinned me. After that, he ducked me. If the poster said Johnny West in Savannah, Willie suddenly had prior commitments in Valdosta. Week after week, though, he stayed one town ahead, peddling my image to crowds who thought I'd missed the bus. I filed weekly complaints with Big Ray Murdoch, our promoter. Ray loved easy heat, and Willie stirred crowds, so he shrugged. "Let it simmer, champ. Fans'll pay double when it finally boils." He was right about the boil. Months later, ticket lines stretched around the Civic Center when Ray announced the Southeast Heavyweight Showdown, Johnny the Champ West versus the Superstar, Willie B. Fabulous. Winner takes the strap. Kayfabe says you plan the dance, but real receipts get settled live. We agreed on a textbook finish. I counter his figure four into a sleeper. Crowd roars, hand raised. He nodded, but his eyes said he still thought it was a joke. Bell rang, tie-up, headlock, shoved to the ropes. He oversold every bump. Playing clown for the cheap seats, but I kept it snug. Let him feel the weight of every forearm. 10 minutes in, I whispered, "Outside." He grinned, "Prop spot incoming." We brawled to ringside. He bounced my head off the railing, milked it, thought we'd serve up the usual folded chair action. I grabbed the timekeeper's seat, folded it, and paused just long enough for him to see there would be no trick metal slap on the canvas. I swung from the hips. Steel met skull with a crack that silenced 2,000 fans. No pull, no protection. His legs quit, body crumpled, lights out. Ref waved the X, match stopped. EMTs hauled him away, concussion confirmed. 6 months medical suspension, maybe more. Backstage, Ray yelled that I'd ruin the main event. But the gate was already banked, and the footage would be replay gold. I showered, iced my knuckles, and went home to my quiet piece of Georgia. I thought the chapter closed, until the security cameras at my house went off one humid August night. Clock read 2:11 a.m., porch light flicked on. There he was, Willie B. Fabulous. Boa long gone, eyes spinning wild, gas can in one fist, lighter in the other. He stalked circles in my driveway, muttering about revenge. Classic heel, big talk, no strategy. Motion lights triggered, he froze like a deer. I dialed 911. Deputies arrived before he splashed a drop. They charged him with attempted arson. Judge gave him a year in county lockup, mandatory anger management, barred from wrestling within state lines. By the time the sentence ended, the promoters had moved on to new stars and new storylines. The superstar faded to history. Some mornings, coffee steaming on my porch, grandkids chasing fireflies. I touched the crease on that old chair, that still hung in my garage wall like a hunting trophy, and wonder if justice demanded quite that hard a swing. Chair shots can kill. Maybe fate gave us both mercy. He lost a career, I kept my freedom. Then I remember the forged signatures, the stolen laughs, the cheap con on kids who saved lunch money for a hero's autograph. He tried to burn my past for profit. I only extinguished the lie. Wrestling's fake, they say. But that night, justice was as real as the dented steel. So if you're ever tempted to cash in on another man's glory, think of the echo a folding chair can leave. Because sometimes the loudest pop in the arena is karma.
Thank you for watching The Fallout Zone. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.